And we are live. Welcome, Crypto Warriors, to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 900, baby. Oh, yeah, 900 strong. Today on Monday, February 28th, and I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10ish. And we got some great news stories for you today, including the top story: eBay to add crypto payment options soon, says CEO. Ukraine has received 37 million in tracked crypto donations so far. EU Commission to remove Russian banks from SWIFT cross-border network. And last but not least, South Korea to invest $187 million in national metaverse project. But first, let's get into our prices for today. So Bitcoin sitting today at $39,286, up 0.8%. Not much movement over the weekend. Ethereum at $2,711, down 2% today. Binance Coin sitting at 373 is up 0.1%. XRP at 74 cents, down 64%, 0.64%. Sorry. Cardano at 90 cents is up 1.28%. Solana at $93 is up 3.6%. Terra Luna at 76.44, up 1.1%. And last but not least, rounding out our top 10 is Avalanche, 77.78, down 1.8% today. And our biggest gainers, wouldn't you know it, something with Shiba in it, Shibatron, Obrock token, and Zum token, all well over 200% gains for this 24-hour period. So those are our prices for today. And let's take a look at some of our comments. People coming in, sliding in today. Let's see. It looks like the notifications going out slow. Let's see. Chris, what's going on? Only the real stays. For sure entertainment. Good morning. Smash that like button. Chuck, oh yeah. Sergeant Mac, what up? Keep on crypto. Make sure you like and share the video. Share it on all your social medias. Make sure you like it as well. It looks like we may be getting the shadow ban, which always comes at random times, but all good. A lot of great news stories for you today. Long weekend, I will say, simply because so much news is coming out. Apparently, we're going into World War III. Ukraine, Russia, China, and Taiwan. I mean, the world is going crazy, and it seems like everything's burning down around us. But have no fear, Bitcoin is here. So, a few companies that realize that eBay. eBay is looking to add crypto payment options soon, and this news comes. The e-commerce giant aims to become the marketplace for millennials and Gen Z, given their rising interest in crypto, to add new payment options to lure in the customer base. And major e-commerce marketplace eBay could integrate crypto payments soon, says CEO Jamie Ianon in a recent interview. The internet marketplace is among the oldest e-commerce platforms. We all know about eBay, now looking to be the go-to platform for Gen Z and millennials. The CEO said in an interview with The Street that the firm has been looking to integrate crypto payment options for quite some time, and an official announcement could be made during the upcoming Investors Day on March 10th. So mark your calendar. March 10th is looking like the day during their investors call. They'll bring up that they're accepting payments. I believe that a lot of people who need goods around the world where eBay is, if they allow crypto, unless they start blacklisting addresses, this will make it easier for people to get the goods that they need. And it will open up, I think, another side of commerce where crypto companies will move some of their products to eBay. And I will say, make sure you don't get your hardware wallet from eBay. Don't get any paper wallets from eBay. Don't get any miners from eBay. All that shit is rigged. Most of those machines right there are basically somebody trying to get you. So don't do any of that. But if you have other products, those may be able to be shared and used on eBay if you want to accept crypto. And I don't see why not. Why would you not open yourself up to the entire market? Some people prefer it, but this is good to see. eBay is accepting it. Amazon probably won't be too far behind. I don't know how many times we got to tell you people, but you don't have a choice. These big corporations realize that. Again, they even said it. We've been looking at this for a while, and integrating crypto payments in such a large platform is not an easy task. I know that's going to take a little bit of time, but it will be good to see eBay accepting crypto just like everywhere else, because even though we understand Bitcoin as money, we understand that money and currency are separate. There's a lot of people who still think if you can't spend it at the places that they shop, then it's not actual currency. And I told you the medium of exchange era is going to come faster than you think, because it's not about medium of exchange happening when you want it to happen. It's going to happen when you need it. And if you've seen these long lines in Russia trying to get money out the ATM, it's not long until people are like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna get Bitcoin. I don't have to worry about none of this. And businesses, the same thing. What happens when they can't cash out or they can't move their cash into banks? They'll just say, well, we'll accept crypto and we'll just start medium of exchange era, we'll kick it off a little early. So who knew World War III was going to be the catalyst to kick off the medium of exchange era? Let's see. We got some more people in the chat just joining us today. Alan Williams, Ashley, Les Square, Satoshi Slim, Shata Zulu, Chappie. I love Shata Zulu's comment. Make Bitcoin great again. Exactly. Let's see. Richard Johnson was good. Finn, JB, only the realest stays. Crypto Boy, what's going on? XH, Chloe Dior, Wendy Nichols, what's going on, everybody? And XH has a question. Hello. So they're going to sanction Russia on Bitcoin. How's that going to affect Bitcoin all over the world in the US? They're not sanctioning Russia on Bitcoin. What they're doing is they're sanctioning Russia from SWIFT, which we'll talk about here in a second, which will maybe make them have to use Bitcoin or accept Bitcoin to buy their oil. So if you know anything about the big German deal that just happened where they got a deal with Russia for oil to build a pipeline, if you know about a lot of these countries that buy oil from Russia, I don't see any scenario where they won't accept Bitcoin for oil. And when that happens, that's going to be a crazy day because then you'll have countries competing for a small supply of Bitcoin that, for those of you watching, I hope you own a part of the supply because it's going to be infinitely harder to buy in the next 2 or 3 years. Just going to tell you that right now. Not even just because of price, getting on exchanges, CBDCs rolling out, because with CBDCs, that is one of the attack vectors. They can say, hey, you can use this CBDC to buy certain things on certain days or certain time periods. And they can say no exchanges that you can buy crypto from are eligible. So then you'll be stuck there. You won't even have a way to buy it if all your money gets converted to CBDC and cash is no longer relevant. So I'm telling you, the sense of urgency has to be there before that time period is too late. Because I can tell you right now, I'm not selling shit. And there's a lot of people just like me. I think 75% of all Bitcoin wallets haven't moved in a year and a half. Literally, like as soon as they got to that wallet, they haven't moved since then. So a lot of people like myself who are holding on, and I hope you are doing the same. So yeah, let's see. Reno Gambles and King, thanks for another show. Oh yeah, episode 900, baby. Oh yeah. Don't have a sound machine, but give a clap up for that. 900 going strong. Again, you don't know any other show even close to us. 900 episodes daily, 30-minute show, longest running show in crypto history, still keeping it going, keeping it organic. Again, we've started taking sponsors lately, but never had sponsorships, never really done the SEO to try and get to 1 million followers and whatnot. Just keeping it organic, baby. 900 episodes, still going strong. Iron Flower, good morning. I'm new here. Crypto is a 24-hour market. How do I measure performance? The standard way is the data sets that you use for the regular market, traditional market, times it by 3. Because the traditional market is open 8 hours, crypto's open 24. And that's the standard way to do it. But there are a few different deviations you have to do, depending on how you're looking at it. If you're looking at it as a trader, as an investor, I'm not sure. But whatever way that you're looking at Bitcoin, if you're looking at it as a money system, all those things are factored into it. But 24-hour, being open 24 hours is amazing. Like that's one thing people, they kind of take for granted because, you know, we have payment apps now, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever, Stripe. But with Bitcoin being open 24 hours, it's 24-hour settlement. So if you ever use PayPal, even if it's open at 2 a.m., if you try to take money out at 2 a.m. from a PayPal card and they denied you and you can't do anything about it, that's settlement. They can't settle it in 10 minutes like Bitcoin can. So a lot different variation there. Let's see who else we got. Go New Wave, good morning. Been watching the show since last week. I like the platform, appreciate the support. Keep on watching. We are right now at 21,500 subs, trying to get that to 50 by the end of this year. Let's see, Justin from you. When buying large sums of Bitcoin with 10K fiat, do you suggest holding cash for volatile dips or dollar cost averaging? I always say the best time to buy Bitcoin was yesterday. Now, there are strategies to dollar cost average over time, but it also depends on the macro. Right now, I would say buying as much as you can at certain intervals is probably the best you can do. You can't time the market. It's about time in the market. And I'm thinking 10, 20 years out, it doesn't matter what the price is. As long as it's under 100,000, I think you'll have at least 10x that in the next decade or so. So if you think about it that way, it's a lot easier, but there are dollar cost averaging strategies that you can do weekly. And then there are some people that will just wait for the dip and buy it all at one time. So a lot of different strategies there. If you have 10K, I mean, if I have 10K right now, not financial advice, but I'm just buying Bitcoin as much as possible, as much of the supply I can get. Even if the price dips, I'm in it for the long haul. I don't care. That's just a discount. I can buy some more. And I trusted myself to make some more money to keep buying it. So that's all you really got to do. Because when people talk about what's the best way to accumulate Bitcoin, get a job, nigga. Hey, get a job, get some cash flow, get a second job, get some more cash flow, and keep buying. Because most people think you just buy it and sit on it. It's like, no, you should have more hustle now to accumulate real money versus the paper coupons that we call dollars today, which aren't worth shit. So let's see. Kadeem K, Reno Gamble, Richard Johnson, thank you. Keep up the good work. Seba, Milestone, oh yeah, live from Nigeria, proud to be here, episode 900. Appreciate you, goodness, Uchi. Let's see, Iron Flower Z, thank you. I'm a trader. Dexter Hand, congrats on 900. Oh yeah, 900 episodes, man. It's been a long time coming. We're going on 5 years now. Again, we've been here through the bull markets, through the bear markets, through all the FUD, all the energy and environmental talk, government, VASP regulations. We've been through all of that. We're not going anywhere, people. Hard to find people like us because most people, they come for the quick gains and then they're out. John, hey guys, I'm new here. Zay brought me to Bitcoin. Is it worth starting my stack at these levels or wait for a lower price? Start today. If you think too long, I know people that's been waiting for a lower price since we were at 20K. They were like, well, we might go to 13. We might. That's the point I keep trying to explain to people is the price doesn't matter. You have to understand when you talk to Bitcoin, it's what amount of the supply can you get? And if there is only a set period of time, which I believe it is, it's only a set period of time that regular retail investors can log into an app, connect their bank, and buy it pretty easily. Not, the easiest process for every exchange, but pretty easily. After 2024, I think that process is going to be completely different. I think we'll move back to peer-to-peer simply because exchanges will start getting clamped down on. CBDCs will start being the way that people pay for it, probably won't be able to buy them. And you'll have to start doing peer-to-peer cash or peer-to-peer payments and then handing off hardware wallets. So looking forward to that so we can bring it back to the essence. Let's see. Hidden MD bought my first Satoshi in 2021 because of this show. Congrats on 900. Let's see, Yaki, Domingo. Let's not forget we are in a world where things go viral every day for no reason. If we zoom out, Bitcoin is going viral right in front of our eyes. Exactly. I've never been more bullish, and the price is going sideways. This is an amazing time. Crypto Boy says I buy hourly. Yeah, you must be using Strike. Let's see, Ashley K, thank you. Bitcoin Zen King bless the Warriors, took your advice and got a job. Exactly. I mean, everybody thinks all we talk about is number go up. No, get a job in this industry. So you can basically teach yourself as you work, and you can build a network of people that can help you out with all of the questions that you have. Nothing like it. And you probably get paid more because these jobs are scarce. So whenever I talk to young people and they're like, how can I make a lot of money in the crypto world? I always tell them, get a job. And they always look at me perplexed. I'm like, how do you think people pay for this? This money don't fall out the sky. Like, I hate when people try and shit on 9-to-5 workers. I'm like, usually they're the backbone of the families, of the towns, the communities, the countries, the cities that pay for people like myself and others to take chances and go to school, take chances and invest. And if we come out on the good on the other side, usually it's those people with a job who are the ones that's making everything run smoothly. So get a job, people. That might be a new shirt. Get a job. How do you win? Get a job. Let's see. I don't have that Bitcoin money. I'm looking into the banking coins. Yes, do that. And then once you see how terrible they are, come on back to Bitcoin. Let's Square, are you going to include gaming in the masterclass? We actually have a gaming show that we're about to present on our platform. We're about to become an entire media platform with different shows, different subjects. One of those is gaming, so look out for that. King is a big gamer. Alec, big gamer as well. Looking at stuff like DeFi Kingdoms. Check out that video we already have on the channel. Big Mar had a cryptic tweet this morning. Is he going to be on Breakfast Club? Yes, thank goodness. I just talked to Lamar last night. If you don't know Lamar Wilson, me and him co-founded Black Bitcoin Billionaires. I was asked about Breakfast Club back in December. Didn't get hit back. I don't know if they saw some of my interviews and were like, nah, we can't have him on here. But Lamar is much more tame, much more open to, a bunch of discussions. So he's up there right now. He's in New York right now. His show will be on tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll have a Breakfast Club show about Bitcoin by somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about. Because I've seen about 3 so far, and they have not even touched on what Bitcoin really is. So I don't care if it's me or somebody else. I'm just glad somebody knows what they're talking about. So shout out Lamar. He will be on there tomorrow, or he's filming today. He'll be on there tomorrow. Jonathan Santiago, do you think central banks will use the current situation to further push CBDCs? Oh yeah, that's the plan all along. And I've been looking. I was looking this weekend for the video from 2018. It was an article we read. They mentioned CBDC about 20 times, and we said that we was like, give it 3 years, and here we are at 4. Give it 3 years. I promise you, that is what they're going to roll out. That's the plan all along. That's why when people say, hey, man, is Bitcoin a ploy to get everybody on the same system so they can control us? And I was like, if that was the plan, they did a terrible job, because you can't, it's a game of whack-a-mole with Bitcoin. But CBDCs is what they were going for. Bitcoin was the black swan event. That's what people don't understand. This wasn't supposed to happen. This era wasn't supposed to exist, but you can't really change fate. So let's see what else we got. What's the K? He said get a job, but that's facts though. Yeah, get a job. Cedric Lemoyne, thank you for the tip. $9.99. Who else we got? Only the Real Estate. Glad I started watching this show. Gave me the confidence to go more private with my Bitcoin. Also the knowledge to avoid 99.9% shit coins that are out. Absolutely. That is our main goal, is just giving you the confidence and education so you can do it yourself. John, Zaya, House in the Caribbean with the beach behind you looks quite fitting. Oh yeah. Let's get to some more stories though. Our second story for the day, Ukraine has received $37 million in tracked crypto donations so far. Developers from Polkadot and VeChain have put an additional $13 million on the table as well. Based on the data gathered by Cointelegraph, the amount of tracked crypto donations sent to the Ukrainian government, military, and charities has surpassed 37 million at the time of publication. These include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, and other altcoins. The numbers are also based on tracked projects and do not account for items such as donations between individuals. So again, I tell people this, when you look at data, they can only track what's on chain in exchanges that they can see. If you have it on a hardware wallet and I physically hand it to somebody else, they can't track that I just handed it to somebody else. So they really can't keep up. So it's probably more than 37 million. Not sure how much. However, according to the official Telegram channel, they have raised approximately 13 million in crypto, mainly through Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. So for those of you, it doesn't really matter what side of the war you're on, Ukraine, Russia, that white on white violence thing got nothing to do with me, man. I didn't declare war on anybody. And I also think it's a terrible idea to donate your crypto to a government. I donated to the truckers. I donated to Erica Rhodes for Congress out in California. I've donated for certain causes that I know I have some sort of say in, but I'm not donating to the Ukraine government. I'm sorry, especially if you use Bitcoin and it's from a wallet that can be tracked. There could be something in the future where they say, hey, anybody that donated to these people may be under investigation. I'm good on that. So do what you want, but I'm not a big fan of myself doing it. But this is good for anybody trying to help any situation that they like. They also have the Ukraine DAO, which is led by Pussy Riots, the Russian feminist protest group. Nadia Tolokonov, oh man, hell of vowels in that word. But Nadia seeks to sell a single non-fungible token or NFT to fund Ukrainian civilian organizations. Currently, the highest bid stands for 2.8 million USD. So there's a lot of money being pumped in because, as they say here, we raise money for medicine, evacuation, and repair needs, food and clothes. We raise funds only in crypto and use multi-sig wallets to be completely transparent. Unchained Fund is well supported by Vitalik Buterin, Solana, Near, Cello, Harmony, Polygon, Gnosis, Gitcoin, and many more. And one thing I don't want to see in the crypto market is a bunch of virtue signaling by people who don't really care. They just want to seem like they do. And if you start to see on social media, a lot of the times, if there's a whole bunch of people doing the exact same thing, it is a psyop. I'm sorry, but I've worked in the technology industry too long for people to still fall for this shit. If you see a bunch of people in Congress that agree with each other and they all put the same thing in their bio, they all put the same flag, they all put the same black picture on Instagram, they all put the same bring back our girls hashtag. Anytime you see anything like that, there's something bigger at play. And I just hope people don't fall for it again, because they keep doing it and people keep falling for it as if we stand in solidarity with Ukraine. Most people can't even point out Ukraine on the map, but somehow they stand with them from the comfort of their home, sitting in front of a fireplace. Shut up. No, you don't. You don't have a dog in this fight. And there's people way above your pay grade, way above the middle management of presidents and global leaders, people above them that are controlling what's going on now. Much bigger play, too much disinformation going on online. And if you do have access to the dark web, you have access to any other websites that are like not in mainstream, you will see there's so much disinformation, nobody knows what's going on. So them raising money in crypto is a way. This is going to prove, I think, this is going to prove the use case for Bitcoin long term, because everybody's going to say, just to be safe, well, we need to keep a little bit of Bitcoin and crypto on the books just in case. And of course, here, as you see, Ukraine, they start accepting it. This was a big shock to me. And if you need the addresses, here's the actual Bitcoin address and Ethereum address if you want to donate to Ukraine. I'm sure the same thing is happening in Russia, but probably not as much media going out. So let's see what we got in the comments. BK Crypto, this is the biggest Bitcoin commercial in Ukraine. Exactly. That's why Bitcoin doesn't need commercials or media or marketing. These countries do it for us. They are the biggest Bitcoin commercial you can have. Lamar West, the more you pay attention and study the oppressor's plan becomes a bit more obvious. Buy, store, save, but get Bitcoin and Monero. Exactly. I would say that as well. Keep you some private crypto and Monero. Keep you some Bitcoin as well to store your value. Let's see. Finn, I'm hoping to make my first call in to thank y'all for my first crypto job. Congrats on 900. Oh yeah, shout out Finn. Got a new job in the space. I think we're at about 12 people now that's been watching this that started working in the space. I'm pretty sure, and we have to double check with other channels. But other channels are great. I don't think they're helping people get jobs, honestly. And I don't think they're helping them get information that's actually helping them progress long term. Just quick, this coin is going up 500%, make a quick buck and get out of there. But let's see, JG Wentworth, tell them, Zay, we work over here to buy more crypto. Exactly. Get that check and go buy more. Let's see who else we got. Ashley K. Zay, I love your free mind. You can see through the PSYOP. Exactly. I mean, again, I don't understand how people can see the same thing. I'm 32 years old, people. There's people twice my age who have fell for the Vietnam War stuff. They fell for the Korean War stuff. They fell for every single side that's happening. They keep falling for it because they just blindly listen to what governments and media tell them. And I was like, and in my mind, I'm like, if I'm half your age or way younger than you, and I'm tired of it, you got to be sick and tired of it. Like all older people should be like, look, I'm tired of this bullshit. I've heard it too many times before. The world was ending 100 times since you've been alive because of Cold War, nuclear threats. This is what I tell people about nuclear. Stop worrying about nuclear threats because if they send the bombs, you can't do shit about it anyway. Just go ahead, roll you up a blunt and smoke and die happy because you ain't gonna do shit about a nuclear bomb. If they push that button, it's over anyway. So just worry about things you can control. I just don't think it's gonna happen. It's too much at play here, but it is a great way to scare people. If everybody thinks a nuclear threat is imminent, they will succumb to your deals, and if they don't, they'll force it on you. Same thing, man. This is Cold War all over again. It's unfortunate that people have to die for the bidding of a bunch of rich old men sitting in their meetings, smoking cigars and drinking whiskey, just playing with people's lives, man. I'm sorry this has to happen, but it is not what you think it is. Let's see, For Sure Entertainment Facts. What's up? What's up? Let's see. Our project experience. Why would any sensible person want to give their BTC for war? Again, I'm not giving away anything I have for a war that I didn't start. Let's see. Chemo Crypto. If I work in the medical field, what's the best route to get into a blockchain job? There are some. I know Patient Tory was a startup out of Atlanta where they're working to put medical records on the blockchain. Don't know if that interests you. However, the medical field is a little bit outside of the realm of blockchain per se, unless you're a developer. But I will say, as a project manager, if they are trying to implement blockchain, learn as much as you can, and you may be the person that's the head of that division or work for that division down the line. So even if that job doesn't exist, that's the world we live in. You have to prepare yourself for jobs that don't exist yet, just in case. And that's what tech and blockchain and Web 3.0 and learning about Bitcoin, that's what all of that can do for you. So let's see. Ashley K, exactly. I'll be smoking my indicas, exactly. Our project experience, you should go out with a blunt regardless. Oh yeah, I believe that too. When I'm old and decrepit, laying on a deathbed, my family surrounded me. The last thing I'm gonna say is, hey, bro, hey, roll up. Whoever my great grandkid is over there, hey, roll up real quick before I'm up out of here, bro. Going out with a smile. Let's see, Richard Johnson. Yep, they treat people just like a board game. Oh yeah, if you've never heard of Zabrinsky, I don't think I'm saying it right. Zabrinsky. Let me drop you all a couple jewels here so you can so you can do it. But I forget the name. His name is Zabrinsky something. It's about how the world is a bunch of chess moves. And if I can find his name here, I can't find it right now. But he literally describes it like that. Every single war game is a chess game, and you are not one of the pieces, or you are not one of the players. Sorry, you are just a piece. You're a pawn on the table, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Let's see. Kendra D, did you say Patient Tory? Yep, Patient Tory. If they're still around, I'm not sure if they still are, but I know they were trying to put medical records on the blockchain. That might be a new way. Is Oko. There will always be a new variant. Mainstream media keep pushing, playing the game as usual. Exactly. Yeah, that just is what it is. Tips on how to start running a Bitcoin node. Denoid D. I would say check out Umbrel. UMBREL. Get on Umbrel. Buy you a Raspberry Pi. It's like $40. You can connect it there, and you can start running a node within a couple of hours. And Movado, yep, he got it. Zbigniew Brzezinski. Yep, Grand Chessboard. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Zbigniew Brzezinski, Grand Chessboard. Read that book. Like I said, I hate that I have to refer people to books, but I can't explain it all of the book information in my head. But I promise you, there's about 7 to 10 books that if every single person that talked about anything read these, it would be a totally different conversation. That's why it's kind of weird that the media has such a hold on people. You read a couple of these books, you're like, bro, these lying ass niggas, I ain't listening to none of this. You become much more hardened and way less susceptible to being fooled. Let's see, Jermaine Turnage, I'm a systems engineer. Are there jobs for non-developers in blockchain and crypto? Absolutely. Oh yeah, every single, let me pull up some of these job boards here so y'all can understand what I'm talking about. Every single job board has something that needs system engineers that I've seen. And let's see right here, Global Blockchain Business Council, Pomp Crypto Jobs. Let me pull a few of these up for you. But yeah, there's a lot of industries that are allowing people to move into system engineering, but non-developer jobs, project management, customer service, sales, business development, interns. They have everything you can want as far as the jobs that you can get that don't have anything to do with developers. They are there now. Now, if I was doing this 2-3 years ago, maybe not, but there's a lot of companies that are growing. They need everything. Look at this, Global Blockchain Business Council, 30,588 jobs, 97 companies. Pomp Crypto Jobs, right here, just search what you're going for. Search what company you might want to work for. OKCoin, I know is hiring. Kraken, BitMEX, a lot of jobs, and a lot of these jobs are remote. So make sure you look at a couple of those. We'll be using those job lists as well as others at the school at Florida Memorial, so people know exactly what job they're going for and the exact skills they need to get there. So yeah, definitely jobs for everybody. Let's see, Ashley Robeson. Let's see. It's scrolling too fast. Y'all are putting in too many comments. Hold up. Make sure you like the video though. We got 238 people watching, only 146 likes. Get the likes up, people, before I start putting on a concert. And I know you don't want to hear my voice. Let's see. Yaki, I'm putting in work to Orange Pill, Dallas. Anybody down this way? Let's connect. I'm newish to Bitcoin, not passing info on clarity to people. Understand. Cool. XH, what are the list of these 7 books? Let's see, off the top of my head, Creature of Jekyll Island, Confessions of an Economic Hitman, The Grand Chessboard. I would say, man, it's Basic Economics by Thomas Sowell. Man, I got to make the list because there's a few that could slide in there, may or may not, but there's a lot. Of course, a lot of Bitcoin books as well, but there's a lot of books out there that will help you. JG Wentworth, facts, business development, marketing, account management, customer support, they're all hiring because there's a lot of talented developers in the space. Not that much as far as business wise. So let's jump into another story today. EU Commission to remove Russian banks from the SWIFT network. Say it ain't so. Oh man, while condemning the Russian President Vladimir Putin moves to lay siege across Ukraine, the EU Commission committed to undertake a series of measures to isolate Russia from the international financial system. So the next time somebody says, "Why do I need Bitcoin?" They removed an entire country from a banking system. If you don't think they remove your ass, if they just think you're a terrorist or they think you're doing something nefarious, they'll get your ass out of here way quicker than Russia. They just removed a country, and they need Bitcoin now in order to do business, or they're going to need their own currency backed by something. So the European Commission announced to remove a number of Russian banks from the SWIFT, which is also called Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. SWIFT banking, if you don't know, this is the system that XRP is trying to go after. This is why people are saying XRP may explode in price, because what if Russia decides, well, we don't want to use Bitcoin because we want to hold it, but for cross-border settlements, we can use XRP right now. Hey, I'll give it to you. That would be great for them to do. I don't really see that happening, but there is the possibility, and if that happens, XRP might go crazy. So here, the quote: "We will hold Russia to account and collectively ensure that this war is a strategic failure for Putin." While condemning the Russian president, Putin's move to lay siege across the Ukraine, the EU Commission committed to undertake a series of measures to isolate Russia from the international financial system. And this is crazy, people. I mean, when you tell a whole country you can't use the system, they're paralyzing your assets. Your central bank is trash now. I've seen the lines. I've seen the video of lines of ATMs in Russia. Don't know how accurate that is. That is everywhere in Russia, but there are lines starting to form, people trying to pull their money out. We've, in the Bitcoin world, we've been saying this for a decade now, that there's going to be a time, because these fucking psychopaths that run these countries, they are not regular people like us just trying to work and live with our family and have fun. No, they are power hungry. They will do whatever it takes to get more and more power, even if that means stepping on your hard-earned savings, getting rid of your value. Think about it. There's people who worked their whole life in Russia. In one day, 40% of their wealth was gone, their purchasing power, in one day, because of the actions of people at the top. That can happen to anybody under any tyrannical government. This is why Bitcoin is so important. So here it says the EU Commission stated, we commit to taking measures to limit the sale of citizenship, so-called golden passports that let wealthy Russians connected to the Russian government become citizens of our countries and gain access to our financial system. So again, they put out a lot of this stuff. They are freezing overseas assets, elites, their family members. A lot of these people who have money in the American market, I'm sure they will see this as well, to me, I see this as a bump in the road for them, because there's no way Putin went to war with Ukraine without knowing this was going to happen. So I'm sure he has some sort of backup plan. Of course, he also has the most gold reserves in the world. I believe Russia has the most gold reserves in the world. So what if they decided to combine gold as the backup layer, or gold as the foundation of their currency, issue their own currency based off of it, and use Bitcoin as a backup plan? That would essentially render sanctions worthless, which would give this is like the bully getting beat up. If the bully gets beat up, everybody feels like they can beat up the bully now, because then it's going to be every small country with a little bit of Bitcoin is going to be like, we can do what we want. Forget IMF, forget BIS. We don't care about sanctions. That, I think, is the bigger play here, and that's what I think a lot of people at the top are really scared of. Nobody's saying that Putin is an angel. What I'm saying is, usually whoever they try to make out to the bad guy, just look at the other side really quick. Look at the people that's saying it. Just look at the names of the people who they support Ukraine and they're all calling Putin bad. Just look at the names of the people that's saying it, and you will see some of the worst. They've killed millions. That's all I got to say. Look at the names of the people that agree. They've already killed millions. It's just the lesser evil at this point. Same thing. The strain a lot of people felt when they voted, when they were like, well, I just got to get the lesser evil. That's how they get you. They put you in this bind where you have to choose one of them, or feel like you only have to choose one, or choose a side. There's a lot of nuance to a lot of these problems. So it's nothing that you can say, just a blanket statement to choose a side. So let's see who we got in the comments here. J.E. Walter, Isaiah Jackson, I'm in the second half of Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Exactly. Once you read that, you see how they go into these countries and they basically destabilize them, so they have to get loans from the IMF now, and they're constantly working. It is just dirty business, man. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Alipio, make a list of those books posted on Twitter, IG. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna find these books. A lot of them are still in storage at my mom's house, but I read them a long time ago. But I found a good list of books people need to read, and I promise you, take a weekend, read all these books, and everything you see in the news will change your life. Let's see. PFC Wells, I've noticed, has been a big push for community managers, marketing, and social media folks. Oh yeah, you need marketing to push cryptocurrency. Not so much for Bitcoin, but for crypto, they definitely need marketing. S1 Dubs, take an online course in blockchain, Solidity, other smart contract software, other tech in the space. This will move you closer to the front of the line. Let's see. Well, yeah, that's definitely great advice. But let me also show you this as well, for those of you who may or may not know. I think the easiest route online to learning any and everything blockchain is this website here. Now, the Miami Bitcoin Academy, we will have a hybrid. We'll have online resources and in person. I just think it's really important to teach certain people in person. But if you want to learn online, this is the best website to do it, blockgeeks.com. Why do I say this? It does cost a bit, but if you look at the pricing plans right here, this is an investment into your future. The pricing plan, I don't think I brought it up, but the pricing plans are very, very cheap for people. I believe it's, they're not showing it here. Let me see. Let me scroll. I don't see it here, but pretty cheap. It's only a couple $100s a year. Let's see the lifetime right here. So for those of you who are looking to get on, looking to learn about it, look at this. $297 for lifetime access, $300 for a lifetime of information, or $6 a month, or $15 a month for pro. I mean, this is probably the best deal you can get. for learning blockchain stuff online, and it won't get as in depth as our masterclass, not even close, but they will teach you the basics. And they have learning tracks, they have certificates of completion. So if you don't know DeFi, blockchain, crypto investors, intermediate developer, new developer, blockchain for business, enterprise advanced, they have an entire course library here where you can see all of they have a dedicated crypto investment school. They have, I mean, you can request a course. If you want to learn something they haven't done, you can request it. I've done work with Block Geeks back in the day to help with some of their educational resources back when I was doing Bitcoin starter guides, and they've kept it going to this point. So again, even though you're learning from people that they didn't learn from me, but they kind of got going, even though you're doing that, this is a great place to start. So blockgeeks.com, you can learn all the courses, Bitcoin network, blockchain ecosystem, community projects, business enterprise, all of that stuff. So, and if you want to get into community, social media, learn about Discord, learn about Telegram, join some of these Discords and Telegrams, learn how they're run, and then just set it up yourself. And then you can basically prove to these companies you can set up a community. You can get it in anywhere. So let's see. Let's look at the comments. Russia joining North Korea and Iran's banned from SWIFT. Yep, definitely. Let's see. Alec G, they got a nice little stash of Bitcoin too. Oh yeah, you know it. They're definitely sitting on that. Reno Gamble, speak on Stacks Zay if you can. So excited about that project. Oh yes. So Stacks. Yes, Stacks is a token, utility token on that uses Bitcoin security in order to mine Stacks. And with Stacks, you can have now DeFi on Bitcoin, or DeFi secured by Bitcoin, I should say. You can have NFTs secured by Bitcoin. You can have all of the different products that are on other chains. You can now do it, but secured by Bitcoin, which in my opinion is going to get rid of a lot of the competition. Because if your base layer is built on sand, which a lot of these crypto projects are, it's just you're building your foundation on sand, all the other projects are going to crumble behind it. But if you build it on a solid foundation like Bitcoin, then you can have good DeFi, good NFT products, and you can also have things like Miami Coin, a community utility token, which can actually help people in the real world. So yeah, Stacks is less than $2 right now per token. It has been registered with the SEC. So cities and municipal governments can actually use it. And again, it doesn't take away anything from Bitcoin. In fact, it recycles Bitcoin's mining power in order to support another chain. So it's more like layer 1.5, not as much layer 2, but layer 1.5, and it has the ability to be developed on using Clarity. If you've ever heard of Clarity, Clarity is one of the easier developmental languages. Also, they have a project coming out called No Code Clarity. It's not completed, but it's called No Code Clarity. If you look that up, you don't even have to be a coder to use Clarity to create smart contracts that are secured by Bitcoin. Great project. I think it's the best project of this year so far. Probably going to be the project of the year going forward. They also have DAO. They have Stacks Accelerator. They have a grant program. They have a lot of good things focused on education, and part of that grant program will be going to us at Florida Memorial. So shout out to them. Again, I'm very picky with projects. I only study 3 projects right now. So it's literally Bitcoin, Monero, and Stacks. That's it. Most people study all the projects. I do to learn about them, but not everyday readings, keeping up with the Discord, keeping up with people in the community. Those are probably the only 3, and they all have their different reasons. But let's see. Young Ears, Bitcoin Zay hitting it out the park today. Appreciate you, brother. Ali Pio, thank you for all this information. Knowledge is power. Exactly. Zay, what do you think of Morales, formerly the Ivan on Tech Academy? Morales is good too. Yep, I like their platform. They built it from the ground up. I've seen a lot of these platforms built from the ground up. I had my first Bitcoin education course in 2016 and had like, I don't know, 17 students. Nobody was really trying to learn about it or didn't feel like they needed to learn about it at that time. So I got rid of it, but we brought it back with the masterclass. Same thing with Discord. We had the Discord in 2017 and nobody was on Discords. Nobody was in Telegram like that. And then boom, now everybody's on there. So we've been way ahead of the game with a lot of this stuff. So it's good to see Morales Academy still going good. Ivan on Tech, that's a good resource as well. And let me pull that up for anybody who's wondering what he's talking about. The reason, this is why I tell people about this industry. The reason why I can show other academies, other schools, and still have confidence in our education platform and our masterclass is because I actually know what I'm talking about. Most other people don't want to show any other platforms because they don't want you to go over there and look and be like, well, they did it this way. You did, no, not scared of that at all. So Morales Academy, this is what he's talking about. Get blockchain certified, set yourself free. This is another one, a little bit pricier. but it does have a lot of the good things in there to try and get a crypto job. Following it again, like I said, I've taken a lot of these courses and they're nowhere near as in depth as we are. They keep it pretty broad level, surface level, and it's particular to the job that you want. So, man, look at us. Show 900. We're about to have 900 people with jobs by the end of this show. Let's see. Finn, anybody in South Florida, hit me up for a beer. Let's get a group going. All right, Finn, I'll be in South Florida soon. Getting ready to move down. As you know, we're getting ready for the conference in April. And for those of you who know about the Black Bitcoin Billionaires, we'll be having a mansion party, and we're looking at having our own mini conference that same weekend as the Bitcoin conference at Florida Memorial. So look out for more details on that. We're looking at a yacht party, mansion party, and then a big cookout as a part of that. So, and when I say big cookout, I mean big cookout. Lamar, who's going on Breakfast Club, me and him, he said he's bringing his cookout sandals. I'm bringing mine too. So, like I said, we're gonna be out there in old man cookout sandals, grilling up them ribs for everybody out there. So look out for that. And Finn, I would love for you to come through. I'll make sure the details are given out soon. Let's see. Carson, Xavier dropping gems. Oh yeah, got to make sure our Warriors are the most educated in the game. I'm pretty sure we have the most educated chat in the history of crypto ever, because it's usually just like a bunch of high schoolers jumping in, yelling out new coins. We actually have real educated, actual people with kids and jobs and mortgages that are actually trying to do something, not some 21-year-old that got rich for being lucky. So let's see. Alan Williams, thank you. I watched you for a few years, and GLC, hands down, the best crypto channel. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. People will recognize at some point. By that time, we'll be so far ahead, they won't really have a chance to catch up. Let's see. Leroy Forbes, Zay, did you subconsciously adjust your glasses? Nah, I was rubbing my eye. But yeah, I got to keep the glasses fresh. Reno Gamble spitting that hot fire, like Mr. Manhattan of the Watchers. Oh yeah, that's my boy. Is Gentlemen of Crypto Discord live again? Yes, our Discord is live again. Antonio and Alec are definitely keeping it up. We'll put out more information of how to join the Discord, how to join and become a member on the channel as well. We're bringing it back, bringing you the actual good information, not just a bunch of random memes like some people. So let's see. Darren, where y'all hold Monero at? Monero, I hold it on a private wallet on another computer. That set up long time ago. And if you go to the Monero, it's some, let me find it here. It's actually Monero Talk, where you can actually look at the board, Monero Talk.live. You can actually see some of the contacts and some of the wallets that you can use. And they can help you along as well. So MoneroTalk.live. Make sure you go there. That'll help you, because again, I keep telling people, if Bitcoin wasn't invented, Monero would be the best crypto in the world. Simply because the privacy factor is something you cannot hide. If it's private, then nobody can take it from you, literally. So let's see. Satoshi Slim. King mentioned him last week, and we surprised his name came up with sponsored or something like that. I have to search for the vid. Let me see. Crypto M, let me know when you at Florida Memorial. Absolutely, will do. Let's see, forwarding this to my comp sci graduate who's looking for a job. Exactly. If I was in computer science right now, every job I'm applying for would be in the blockchain industry. I wouldn't even try to go with Fang. I wouldn't try to go with a new startup that is not crypto. I would go straight to the crypto blockchain world, because I believe the upside to this industry, much like the internet, is not even been touched yet. If this is the internet in 95, think about how many millionaires were created from 95 to now over the last 30 years. If I'm a 21, 22-year-old, if I get in the crypto and blockchain industry, what could take you 30 years, you could probably do in 5 with this industry, especially if you're accepting part of your salary in Bitcoin and crypto as well. Simply because the companies are exploding with valuations right now. They're hiring a bunch of people, and at the same time, you can get a lot of experience and learn from people who are OGs in the game. Most of the people that work for Google, that work for Facebook, they're not meeting the people who were there when the internet first exploded. These are the people that were there when the crypto first started, like Bitcoin first started. Looking at me, I was around when it was scary times, when it was Mount Gox, like when it first started. So that information is invaluable. Make sure you definitely get your graduates, or you have family members who are in school, force them to focus on blockchain. I talk about this in Bitcoin in Black America, but there's no reason why, especially in the Black community, there's no reason why we can't essentially take over an industry that's so new. You just force your kids to work on that. Fuck psychology, fuck humanities, fuck all these little pussy ass scholarships people getting to go do nothing for 5 years. Go there, learn about blockchain, or don't go and learn about blockchain And that will secure your future more than anything else at this point, or tech in general, Web 3.0, artificial intelligence, augmented reality. Shit, build metaverses. I mean, there's people who are architecture right now. If they shifted from architecture in the real world to metaverse architecture, they're paying metaverse architects $250,000 a year right now. One of my best friends, Scarlett, she built a metaverse for Burning Man, $3 million. That's what I'm saying. So that's the type of money you can make in this industry if you understand how important it is. Let's see, S1 Dubs. Zay, when is your Blockchain Academy in Miami kicking off? A few hours of volunteer any way that I can for the cause. Oh yeah, so we're still collecting sponsors. We're having a kickoff party next month. We'll start the classes right before the April conference of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin conference will start right before then, late March. And again, once we get it going, the email signups, all of the free food, the free information, all of the free hardware wallets and merch, we're getting all that assembled now. And we're even working with stacks so that anybody that attends can earn a Bitcoin yield just for attendance. So we take the stacks, we stake it for Bitcoin yield until the end of the session. Once the session ends, all of that Bitcoin yield is paid to people based on their attendance. So you get paid to learn, sort of like learn to earn, but when you do it in person, you can actually show people, physically show them instead of online if they have questions. So it's great to see. Let's see. Somebody say, I got Miami coin, but I'm locked up 6 months, so current prices mean nothing. But more importantly, staking stacks. Exactly. That's worth it. Greetings, Brother Zay. How do we use Bitcoin and crypto to help the Black farmers who are under serious financial pressure? All right. So as someone who has worked with a Black farmer to accept Bitcoin, also to put part of his earnings in Bitcoin, another thing that you can do is you can actually get miners. You can mine Bitcoin and use that excess heat to grow food. Now, if you look at, it's a person in Canada, it's a guy in Venezuela. If you just look up mining, using mining, growing food, BTC mining, growing food. That is a huge project that I'm kind of revealing a little bit of it here, but the guy that I'm working with, Bernard, he's a part of the Black Farmers Association. He has a farm here in North Carolina and in Florida. The people he's working with, it's a huge project where I'm trying to get a bunch of mining done in a specific place in Florida, and the excess heat that's used grows food that all of the farmers in the Black Farmers Association can come and help cultivate and curate. This is a huge project, multi-million-dollar project. It'll probably take a few years to get going exactly how I want it. But for farmers, that is a way to use Bitcoin as a way to help yourself with crops, outside of just accepting Bitcoin for payment, outside of taking the money that you made and putting it into Bitcoin and crypto itself. I know some people are creating a token to buy their goods. I mean, if you want to create your own token, there's a lot more work there, but that's also possible as well. You can also automate your service as far as the amount of supply you have. When you have to go to food markets, you can automate that with smart contracts at a certain point. Now, you can't do it all with smart contracts. You still need a human to pick up that barrel and put it on the truck. But to track where everything is going and where all your goods are, you could definitely use a blockchain for that if you want to. So a few different ways you can help out with the farmers. Let's see, crypto and culture. Oh yeah, oh, this is dope. Appreciate you. Paper chasing Haitian. Do you have any recommendations to learn more about metaverse, architecture, assuming 360 cameras and VR are a part of it? Not off the top of my head, but let's see, I forget. If you just look up metaverse schools or metaverse training, they're coming out a lot more now. I have in my free time, shout out to Wendy, my assistant. She's in school for architecture right now, and I'm pushing her to try and learn about building metaverses for the long term. Hopefully she can build the metaverse where we'll have the Gentleman of Crypto show on a regular basis. So that's really what I want to see long term. So let's see, Reno Gamble, any plans on the TGOC DAO? We've thought about it a lot, but that's one of those things where it's going to take a lot of planning because we want to do it right. Let's see, are we using hydroponic farming or traditional farming? Depends. Well, hydroponic farming is possible with that. So let's see what else we got. Much respect for spreading that knowledge. Happy to be a part of Crypto Warriors. Absolutely. And I'm happy to be here to share this news. And our last story of the day, make sure we get them likes up. We got a lot of people, 258 watching, 219 likes. Let's get a few more in there. So South Korea to invest $187 million in national metaverse projects. Speaking of metaverse, great transition there. The government will provide $186.7 million to stimulate the growth of a metaverse platform that it hopes businesses and industries will thrive in. South Korea's Ministry of ICT, Science and Future Planning pledged 223 billion Korean won to create a broad metaverse ecosystem to support the growth of digital content and corporate growth within the country. I keep telling you people, the metaverse, this is what the metaverse does. If I have a building where 100 people can sit, fire code, only 100 people. If I build a metaverse where as many people as I want can come into there, you basically just expanded your reach overnight just from putting it in the metaverse. So you can have an in-person event and you can have a metaverse event going at the exact same time. And you can actually, instead of speaking to 100 people in person, you can be speaking to thousands. And not only can you do that in the metaverse where you can get sponsors, you can add your NFTs, you can have different games people can play to keep people engaged. All of this is available. I did it with Afrotech. They had a very immersive metaverse. If you can get into the metaverse industry, there's plenty of jobs for you there as well. Hash CEO Simon Kim pointed out that the new metaverse platform has a particular focus on boosting commercial expansion by providing financial support for participants. He doesn't think it's a problem with government funding because the private sector is actively investing in the metaverse market. So a little bit of a gray line right there between private and public. But if South Korea's government sees, hey, if we build a metaverse with this money and we have private investors, we have a bunch of commercial investment in order to advertise in this metaverse, we can make all of that back and more, because I'm pretty sure this is $1 billion project in their mind. So what's 200 million? I mean, they're gonna quintuple their investment over the next few years. Shouldn't be that hard. It is the regulatory issue that the government should pay more attention to. In Korea, publishing of NFT games is prohibited and token issuance is also prohibited. So those are a few different hurdles they have to jump through. And as they say here, according to Park, who's the head of communication in the ministry, it's important to create a world-class metaverse ecosystem as a starting point to intensively foster a new hyper-connected industry. So metaverses are coming, whether you want it or not. And if you want to get into that industry, this is a great time to do it, because you can probably take the next 2 or 3 years learning, building, working with a few companies, and you'll probably be a metaverse architect, a hardened metaverse architect in 5 years, simply because it's so much for you to do. And we'll look back at this time period, and hopefully most of the people in this chat will definitely be a part of that industry. So let's see the last few comments here. Mrs. JL, Wendy, get it girl. Oh yeah, shout out to Wendy, the best assistant on earth. Let's see, Reno Gamble, our project expense, missed the first one, okay. I'm sorry, and Carino Lara, is catching y'all live. What up, what up? Let's see what else. When is Zay's course? Starting the month of March. We'll start the kickoff events. We'll start enrolling people. We're just now waiting for all of our sponsors to get together. And let's see. S1 Dubs, Zay spilling knowledge to a fire hose today. Absolutely trying to make sure you got it. PFC Wales, there's going to be a wave of metaverse projects to come out over the next 3 to 5 years. It's going to be a repeat of the ICO days. A lot of people are going to copy and paste. Exactly. So that's just how everything starts out. When there's a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out, people all jump into the industry, whether or not they have good intentions or not. So, oh yeah, we got the lights up. I appreciate you all watching today. It's a beautiful Monday, the last day of the month. Hope you enjoy it. Again, we got some great news coming up. Make sure you watch and look out for Lamar on the Breakfast Club. King is going to be on a huge show as well soon that you all know and love. I don't want to give it away right now, but it is a show you all watch or have heard of at least. And then Lamar's on Breakfast Club. And then look out for in April. It's a little far off, but I'll be on PBS for a documentary. We got a lot of big stuff coming this year, trying to broaden it out, make it mainstream so we can get real voices in the space. I'm tired of hearing people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about on every news station. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate you, Warriors, and make sure you tune in tomorrow at 10.